Hi guys, this is GSMDome and I'm here with the Motorola Moto G54 5G in a special power edition, meaning it's a battery phone with a 6000 mAh battery, and we're here for an unboxing. Although the box is smaller than usual, also not as tall as the usual packaging, because Motorola decided to ditch the charger, which is odd for them because they usually brag about that. The price tag is around 199 euros. We have a pre-applied case on the device, and let's go straight to the unboxing. So we have this beautiful blue hue here in a gradient. There's also a lime green one, and the fingerprint scanner is embedded into the side power button. Runs on Android 13 and is not as chunky as the other 6000 mAh phones out there are. We have a flat frame and a pretty beautiful dual camera at the backside, dual camera module. In the box we don't find many things. We find the case, which is transparent and flexible. We also find a bunch of manuals and info. We got the juridic info and the readme guide, plus the key used to access the slots, nano SIM and micro SD, and finally the cable going from USB-C to USB-C. You're going to have to find your own charger which supports USB-C charging. Okay, that's pretty much it. Now it's time to see the actual device. So let's see what we're dealing with here. The case is obviously plastic at the back, plastic for the frame, and the thickness is 8.9 millimeters, which is not bad for a battery phone. It weighs 192 grams, also not bad. And at the front side you can find the screen with a pretty large chin here at the bottom. So compromises have been made, but not as huge as the previous models. Thanks to the flat frame we have a pretty okay grip, and I should probably mention that the body is water repellent. Now the screen you're seeing right here, this one is an IPS LCD 6.5 incher with a resolution of 2400 over 1080 pixels. It also has 120 Hz refresh rate. Now this is the screen, but if you move on further you're going to find the CPU, which is not that familiar. MediaTek Dimensity 7020. It's only available on this phone and this phone alone, 6nm octa-core. It's basically a lesser version of the 7050 from the Realme 11 Pro series. The good thing is that in our country, in Romania, it comes with 12 gigs of RAM and 256 GB of storage, so it's quite generous in specs. It also has a micro SD card slot, and once again the selling point remains the battery, which is not properly identified here as 6000 mAh, although in real life it actually is. Charges at 33 watts and should reach 50% in just 33 minutes. So yeah, that's pretty solid. It also has a power bank feature. You can juice up other phones via the USB port, USB-C by the way. We also have an audio jack, we also have stereo speakers, and those stereo speakers also benefit from the Moto app, which includes a section called Play and a bunch of Dolby Atmos controls here. Now aside from that, on the connectivity front you're going to enjoy stuff like 5G, Wi-Fi dual band, Bluetooth 5.3, GPS, GLONASS, Galileo, BDS, QZSS, even NFC is part of the package. We have it here. And the USB-C 2.0 port at the bottom. On the camera front I'm going to opt for a white background to properly show you the cutout for a 16 megapixel selfie shooter with HDR, Full HD video and f2.4 aperture. If you go to the back side you're going to be treated to the dual camera, 50 megapixel main camera with optical image stabilization, combining 4 pixels in one thanks to the quad pixel technology. This is the LED flash, and then we have the 8 megapixel ultra-wide camera with f2.2 aperture, 118 degrees angle, and autofocus for your macro needs. You're only limited to Full HD capture, just so you know, in 30 or 60 frames per second. Okay, going to the interface, you find stuff like the More section with the scanning for documents, time-lapse, panorama, slow motion, dual capture photo and video, spot color photo and video. There's night vision, but there's also portrait, plus in the photo section you have automated night vision, so basically a redundancy. Video happens in 30 or 60 frames per second, just Full HD, and you can set here the aspect. Of course, the stabilization can also be set on or off. And finally, a Pro mode, which includes a setting for JPEG or RAW capture, or both of them, why not? Okay, so that's pretty much it as far as the camera goes. I think we should also refer to the software now. The software here is Android 13, a pretty stock experience. And it also comes with a bunch of extras from Motorola. So the extras include the usual Moto app, which lets you customize the experience with themes, fonts, colors, icon shapes, even a layout, sounds, display size and text, and a dark mode. Then we have the gestures. There aren't few of them, there are quite a few. Flip for do not disturb, 3-finger screenshot, fast flashlight and more. And then the Moto Secure area where you can find your secure folder, phishing, auto lock, lock screen security, pin pad scramble, and privacy dashboard. Finally, display, you got your lock screen and attentive display, and finally the play area for the gaming and for the acoustics. You go here, you have your Moto Game Time sidebar, blocking gestures, and audio enhancements. Okay, so that's pretty much it as far as software goes on this side of the field. There's also something called Family Space. With Family Space, you can create a space for your little one, set a timer, set a limit for certain applications. It's basically for kids, so they have their own profile on your handset. Okay, so when everything's said and done, this handset is supposed to be a battery phone, which I haven't seen a lot of lately. So it should juice up your other devices, should reach 2 days of functioning if everything goes well, and has a pretty decent MediaTek processor inside. You may be limited to full HD capture, but at least you get optical image stabilization for the main camera. We'll be back with a full review very soon. Remember, the price 199 euros, or in some countries may even be below $200 or around $200. That's it from us. Goodbye.